Tea, please.
Oh, yeah.
Gluten-free, is that alright?
Mark's allergic to an absence of gluten. We're aboard the 11:39 service from Elgin, enjoying some badinage with the catering staff en route for Inverurie, subject of this episode of Forgotten Town.
Oh, yes.
Is Keith noted for his lack of signal?
Inverurie, Aberdeenshire, population 13,640, rank number 738.
I'll give you a very good review on TripAdvisor.
Oh, make sure you mention my name so my boss knows.
Lorraine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Inverness base.
I get a supporting role in the podcast.
We are now approaching Inverurie. Please mind the gap when
We are in the waiting room at Inverurie Station, and I have to tell you, it's a belter. Scotrail plaque dated 1991 that says Inverurie Station, built 1902, refurbished 1991, with financial support from Grampian Regional Council, whoever they were, and the Railway Heritage Trust.
You perhaps need to explain what a regional council is.
I think I witted on about that in the Coatbridge or Airdrie episode. Can't believe you missed it. So, if I'd landed in Inverurie from outer space, which essentially I have done, then I'd probably guess that the building there with the ridiculously over-the-top dome might be the town hall. There's a metallic statue of a fish entitled Salmon Above the Flood, and it records here that the Picts placed a stone carved with a salmon in the River Don at its safest crossing point. Its meaning clear. When the salmon could be seen, the ford was passable, and when not, the water was too deep. This is represented in a modernist sculpture that is not entirely unpleasant. I'll have a pint of the Belhaven Black, please. Are we all right sitting up there in the window? Oh, grand, thanks. We are in Edward's Bar, and it's a rather civilised way to start our stay in Inverurie. We're not going to be here for very long, but we're intending to make the most of it. This is probably as good a point as any at which to give loyal listeners a potted background to the town, which lies at the confluence of the Don and Uri rivers a few miles northwest of Aberdeen. There's a stone circle here indicating some sort of habitation for 4 millennia, and folks have been making the most of its conducive agrarian conditions since the Bronze Age. Iron Age roundhouses and souterrains cap off a trawl through prehistory, and we'll find out more about medieval fortifications in a minute. More recent times saw the somewhat abortive implementation of the Aberdeenshire Canal, built by John Rennie, no relation so far as I know, and the more successful railway which, as Lorraine attests, runs between Aberdeen and Inverness to this day. Here where creeping Uri greets its mountain cousin Dawn Lie, Jean Whitecross, died 1840, and Jean Stephen, died 1848. Common law wives of William Tom, the Inverurie poet. He sounds like a bit of a roister doister. There you go. The large mounds in front of you are part of a Mott and Bailey castle, thought to have been built in the 12th century. We are climbing the Bass of Inverurie, commanding a spectacular view of the Uri River and a less spectacular view back towards town, but it's pleasant for all that. We find an information panel detailing the Battle of Inverurie, which is utterly illegible. The splendid war memorial here with Gordon Highlander in full battle dress. Yeah.
I just realised why you've got all these Virgin Money banks. It's Clydesdale, isn't it?
Well, they haven't put it on the notes yet, have they? I'm worried about the prospect of Richard Branson appearing on my bank note.
Broken your journey?
We have. We were given to understand that was permissible.
Yes, you can break your journey.
That's correct. Inverurie was worth the stop.
It does give you that chance to have a aperitif before you continue the journey as well. Quite the adventure by the sounds of it as well.
An adventure that continues next time. Goodbye.
Inverurie, Aberdeenshire.